Hey everybody, Sean from Media Assault here, and I wanted to do a quick review of a film that I just got back from seeing, and that movie is Super. Super is the new film from writer-director James Gunn, and if you don't know that name, he is the guy that wrote and directed Slither from 2006. He also wrote the screenplay for the 2004 remake of Dawn of the Dead. And in the interest of full disclosure, he also wrote the screenplays for the Scooby-Doo live-action movies from 2002 and 2004. So not everything he's done has been fantastic. However, Super is definitely fantastic. Very quick review because I don't want to give away a lot of this film, because one of the joys that I had while watching it was not knowing what to expect. And that's this film's strength. It's got an offbeat, very quirky sense of humor. It's going to throw things at you that you're not expecting. So here's the deal. Real quick, it's about a guy named Frank who loses his wife to a drug dealer. She's a recovering addict, and so she's sort of tempted by him, and he's got money, and he's a lot more interesting than Frank, who is basically a short order cook at a diner. Frank takes her leaving really hard, and through a course of events, he becomes a superhero. He models himself after some comic book heroes with the aid of a comic book store worker played by Ellen Page. Her name is Libby. So Frank becomes a character called the Crimson Bolt, and he sort of is a one-man vigilante going through and just knocking the crap out of criminals in his city. Libby eventually becomes his sidekick, and she calls herself Bolty, and the two of them start going after criminals with the intent to work up to getting Sarah, Frank's wife, back from Jacques, the drug dealer, played by Kevin Bacon. Sarah is played by Liv Tyler. The cast in this film is fantastic. You've got Rainn Wilson from The Office playing Frank. Again, Ellen Page playing Bolty / Libby. Liv Tyler playing Frank's wife. Michael Rooker is Kevin Bacon's right-hand man. Kevin Bacon, again, plays Jacques. And Nathan Fillion is in this film in a cameo as a Christian superhero called the Holy Avenger, and he's actually very integral in the creation of the Crimson Bolt. This is just a really funny movie, but it's also kind of touching. It's got some actual real emotion to it. It's got a lot of kind of unexpectedly brutal, gratuitous violence, which is unexpected, but it does give sort of a weight to this film, that there are some consequences involved with the actions that the Crimson Bolt takes on the streets of the city. Just very creative film, and if you're thinking, oh, how creative can it be, because this is a movie that we've already seen before. It was called Kick-Ass, and it came out last year. This movie's different than Kick-Ass. It's also different from a movie called Special, which came out in 2006 with Michael Rappaport. It sets itself enough apart enough, because it is a lot more offbeat than those films are. Kick-Ass was good. Special was good, but I actually enjoyed Super more, just because it was a little more emotional, and the ending to it just is really something that is kind of unexpected. So don't want to say too much about the film other than I recommend you go out and see it. It is playing in limited release, so it may be kind of hard to find, but definitely check it out. If you can't find it until it comes out on DVD and Blu-ray, then definitely support it when it is released on home video, which of course will probably be in about 3 months from the upload date of this video. But check it out. So if I was going to give it a rating, I'd give Super a 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. I had a great time. I laughed a lot. And I think you will too. Again, if you like offbeat movies, gratuitous violence, and have a generally wide range sense of humor. So there you go. That is my review of Super. And as always, feel free to comment, rate, and subscribe. And check out all the other videos that I have here on Media Assault on YouTube. So thanks again for watching, everybody. Take it easy.